Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos.
Hey guys, in this session I'm going to show you how you can install Zabbix on your Ubuntu EC2 instance. So for this example I'm going to use EC2 instance that I'm running on AWS, and I'm using the Ubuntu version 18, and the Zabbix that we'll be installing is the latest version, which is version 5. Now here I have the instructions in my GitHub repository. I'll be sharing this URL in the description section, and the commands also will be provided in the description section, and you can refer this to install Zabbix on your Ubuntu machine. So let's get started. So this is my Ubuntu machine that I have here. The first step we have is you're updating the Ubuntu machine. So first we are applying all the updates to my OS, the Ubuntu EC2 instance that I'm running. The next thing we are doing is we're installing the Apache server and the Apache module needed to work with your Zabbix server. So just give it a few seconds, and this should install the Apache server, the HTTPD, and your PHP module needed to work with this. So just be patient. This will take some time to set up because you have to run lots of commands. So this is done. Next we are going to install the MySQL server. So to work with your Zabbix, you'll need to have a database. Now I'm going to run this MySQL on my Ubuntu machine itself, but you can also do it by running an RDS server if you're using AWS. So you can use EC2. You can also use RDS server to use your DB, but you'll need to have a DB for this because Zabbix has a dependency on your MySQL server. So I'm installing the MySQL server on my Ubuntu machine itself. The next thing is installing the PHP modules, the php-mysql and everything that will help us to work with Zabbix. So this command will install all the PHP modules needed to work with your Zabbix. Next step is to install the repository. So this will help you to download the repository from where we can install the packages needed for our Zabbix. So I'll run this command, which will download the repository for me. So here it's done, and then I'm going to install this. I'm going to run the Zabbix repository in my Ubuntu machine. So I will run this. Once that is done, once again update the machine so that everything is up to date. So this will update my Ubuntu instance. Once that is done, we are going to install the Zabbix agent, the front end, the MySQL server, and all those things to help us work with the Zabbix. So this command will help you to install your MySQL server, Zabbix server MySQL, your front end, your Apache configuration file, and your agent. So agent is what will help you to monitor everything. Then we are going to connect to the database, the MySQL server that we have installed. We are going to run this command. So this will connect to the database. So here I'm connected to the database, and we are going to create a database here. So this command will create a database with the name Zabbix. So show databases. So here is my database created. Next we are going to create a user to access this MySQL server. We are going to use a user with the name Zabbix. Then we are going to allow or grant the permissions to this user that we have created. This is on localhost because my MySQL is running on the localhost. Once that is done, you can exit from the database. Once you're done exiting, you're going to copy the schema that is already present with your Zabbix on your machine. So in this location, you should have the schema. So from here, when we installed this, we have got the schema which is available in this location. So when you run this command, this will prompt you for your password for your database. So what you're doing is you're going to copy this schema to your MySQL database. So your username will be Zabbix, the database you're running is on Zabbix, and your password. So this will prompt you for the password. Your password is also Zabbix, so you can provide the same. Now this will take few seconds. This will take some time to copy the schema to your MySQL database. So let's just wait for this to finish. And once this schema copy is done, you are going to set up your password, the DB password, in your server configuration file. So when your Zabbix talks to your database, we will be providing the password in the configuration file. So my Zabbix will read the DB information from the same configuration file. So let's just wait for this to finish. Okay, so it took some time, but it is completed. Next, we are going to run this command. So sudo vi until here, which is my Zabbix server configuration file. So it is present in /etc/Zabbix, and in here we are going to set up the DB password. So search for DB password. So here is my DB password. I will uncomment this. Sorry, and my DB password is Zabbix. I'll save the file. Next, we are going to edit this Apache configuration file, and we are going to set our time zone. Now I am in India location, so I'm going to use this, but depending upon your location, you can set the time zone. So here you'll have to make the change in two places. One is this one. So I'll uncomment this. Insert mode. So my location is Asia, Kolkata, and one is here. Remove this and set it to Asia, Kolkata, and uncomment this. Save the file, and then we are going to restart the server and the agent and also my Apache. So this will install all the three setup, and then we are going to enable this 3 setup, that is the server, the agent, and the Apache. Now if you are running this on cloud, so in my case I'm running this on EC2 instance, so make sure your security group rules 10,050, 10,051 are open. If not, this will not work. So in my security group I have added the rules 10,050, 10,051. Now 10,050 is for your agent, and 10,051 is for your server. So to talk to your agent you need 10,050, and to talk to your server you need 10,051. That's all. Your setup is completed. To access your Zabbix server, you can use the instance IP address and then say /Zabbix, and this will open up the setup page where you're going to provide few details. So we are installing Zabbix version 5.0. Next step is your prerequisite. So make sure here everything is okay. If something is not okay, then you will not be able to set up Zabbix. Okay, so make sure everything is okay in this page. Next step will be your DB connectivity. So my DB is running on localhost. My database name is Zabbix. My user is Zabbix, and give the password. Password again it will be Zabbix. Then next step, your server details. So my server is localhost, which is nothing but where my Zabbix is running. Port number, it is going to listen on 10,051, and name, it's optional, but you can give your name that you want. Next step, you review everything and then click on next step, which will tell you your Zabbix is successfully installed and your front end configuration file is present here. And then finally click on finish, which will prompt you for the credentials. Now the default credentials is admin. Here A should be in the uppercase, and then your password will be Zabbix, all in lowercase. And then click on sign in, and this will sign in to your Zabbix server. So here is my Zabbix server. So my server is running on localhost, port number 10051, and if you go to host over here, you can see availability, Zabbix is up and running. So this is how you can install Zabbix on your Ubuntu machines. You then If you want to monitor remote machines, you can install agents on remote machines, which I'll be covering later on. But this session is to show you how you can install Zabbix on your Ubuntu machine. That's all I have in this session. I will see you in the next video.